UFC Fight Night 68. Tim Bosch, Dan Henderson. Damn, this was a good show. Every fight ended in a knockout. Every one. It's been a while since that happened. I don't know when the last one was, but damn, this was a good show. Let's go.
You got knocked the fuck out!
The night begins with a bantamweight fight between Francisco Rivera and Alex Caceres. Caceres, a standout on The Ultimate Fighter, just because he looks like Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon. Other than that, he's had a pretty uneventful career. He's always game, but his skill doesn't live up to his persona. Caceres is 10-7. Real mediocre fucking record right there. We begin. Caceres, as always, comes out. He's flashy. He's game. He's ready to bang. And Rivera was ready to bang too. And he rocked that fucking afro. First round, 442? And it's over. Pretty much one punch. Because Caceres was all over him. Caceres decided he wanted to press him, and that was a bad idea because he paid for it. Ref jumps in, stops this fucking travesty, and Caceres is there curled up like a fucking newborn. And he got up, and he was pretty much saying that the fight shouldn't have been stopped and all that. He protested a little bit, but he shouldn't have. It was a done deal. There it is again. Punch on the afro, and Rivera's your winner. Next fight, another bantamweight fight. Joe Soto, Anthony Burchak. Joe, smaller, stockier fighter, throws a lot of hooks, and Anthony fucking learned that the hard way. He beat him all over the fucking ring. It was pretty much no contest. The guy, Anthony, has a fucking chin on him and some fucking heart because he took a beat down. Joe basically had to beat him down into the ground before he stopped fighting. And then the ref jumps in and stops it. And you have your second bantamweight knockout. Thiago Tavares versus Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega, young guy, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under one of the Gracies. Thiago, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was waiting for one. I'm like, okay, we had these really quick knockouts in the first few fights, so I know this is going to be a fucking grind. Two motherfucking Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, they're going to be on the ground, jockeying for position and shit. But no. Also, a side note, that's a handsome motherfucker right there. He should be doing like DTV action flicks and shit. Okay, we come out and Thiago is fucking going for the takedowns. His wrestling was better than Ortega's, but once they got to the ground, it was ridiculous. Ortega's jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. It's a very offensive jiu-jitsu. He's always trying for some kind of submission, and he's throwing blows from the bottom. It's like he put him in a fucking meat grinder. He would get him in that guard. Look, he's all cut up right here. He was throwing elbows, hammer fists, everything from the bottom. It was ridiculous. This kid is young and he is fucking good. Thiago, everybody expected him to be better on the feet, but he wasn't. Ortega's, now the Gracie, he is a black belt under a Hoist Gracie, and everybody knows Hoist is no fucking stand-up fighter. His fucking stand-up was laughable. He fought like a fucking 8-year-old in a fucking schoolyard. This kid has some fucking hands, some fucking kicks, and his jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. Like I said, it's a very offensive style. He's constantly moving, constantly trying to take you down. And Thiago, he fucking had no answer for it. uh, he was the better at wrestling. He could get takedowns nearly at will, but once he got down there, it was a meat grinder. Look at the blood all over there. He was leaking so bad at one point, the blood actually helped. He bled all in Ortega's eyes and into his mouth and choked him for a minute. He almost got a knockout, it looked like to me. Now look at that fucking face. He spent most of the round on top. That does not look like a guy that spent most of the round on top. Then, of course, UFC, so we get a groin kick. Fight stopped right there for a minute. And then Ortega comes out. Like I said, look at the fucking stand-up on this kid. He's throwing spin kicks and everything you could think of, and then more weirdness. He knocks out Thiago's mouthpiece, and Thiago was like pissed at him like it was something he shouldn't have done. It's his fucking job. And then we come out, look at Ortega, he's banging on him. And then he gets fucking top mount, and you fucking can count this shit, put this in the books. Over. This kid is fucking good. I'm waiting to see great things from him. He's a fucking winner. Now we have Dustin Poirier versus Yancy Medeiros. Another fight I wasn't really looking forward to. But Poirier, what the fuck? Poirier is coming back with a vengeance. It was no fucking contest. He beat this kid all over the fucking ring. He had a fucking chin on him too. I mean, he's trying everything he can to finish this guy, and this guy will not stop. He will not go down. Poirier's banging on him. At one point, he had him on the ground and tried to get the fucking choke, and the guy was out on his feet before he went down, and he couldn't get the choke. And then he finally got it was a fucking body blow, bent him over for a minute, but he's right back up, popped right back up, and he's just laying a beating on him, but this guy will not go down. It's nice to have a good chin like that, but damn, you don't have a long career when you do shit like that. Poirier for a win. Nice fucking comeback for that guy. Good fight. And then we have the big guys, the heavyweights. Big Ben Rothwell versus Matt Mitrione. Mitrione, I really like. Decent heavyweight. I don't see him ever being a champ or anything. Ben Rothwell, heavy hands. They say he has jiu-jitsu, but I haven't seen it because he usually knocks people out or gets knocked out. And when they come out and Rothwell, you see, he fights. This is his stance. This is his fighting stance. His stand-up is horrible. He just has fucking powerful ass punches. And Mitrione, he's really fast for a heavyweight, but he's depending way too much on athleticism, and he keeps his hands way too low. Rothwell with a nice punch right there. He didn't get many in, but when he did, he fucking woke up Mitrione. Mitrione was in and out though. He was all over him, winning totally on a stand-up, and he goes for this takedown, and this was crazy. He gets fucking choked out. He goes in for that fucking takedown and gets caught in a fucking choke by Rothwell. I wonder how many submissions this guy has, because I think this is the first one I ever seen. Big Ben Rothwell showing skills. He's not a one-trick pony. And this was weird. Afterwards, he gave this fucking long-ass speech. It was almost like a bad wrestler. And then he was threatening everybody in the world. It was weird and cheesy. He should never do that again. And then we have your main event, Tim Boetsch versus Dan Henderson. Tim Boetsch, really big middleweight, good punching power, but he's just a gatekeeper. He'll never be a champ. Dan Henderson, everybody thought he was finished after his last loss and all the TRT things. He had to get off the TRT, so everybody thought he was pretty much finished, especially after that last showing where he was thrown all over the ring and ragdolled. So this fight basically going in, I was thinking Tim Bosch was gonna knock the shit out of Dan Henderson. So we come out. Bosch, of course, is trying to lay hands on Henderson, and Henderson gets him with that fucking right hand, that legendary fucking right hand, and buckles him. Done, son. Look at that. It's all over, except for the fucking crying right now. He just beats on him about 3 or 4 more times, and the ref steps in and ends this fucking fight. Nobody expected this one. I didn't. What the fuck? So Hendog, I hope he isn't hyped after this fight and tries to make another fucking run or too many more fights, because I don't know, why can't our fucking legends just fucking go out on a good note? What the fuck? They have to get brain damage before they fucking leave. But Hendog, a good showing. He reminded everybody about that fucking right hand, and it was a great fucking show overall. Loved it. Fucking knockout in every fight. I don't know when the last time I've seen that. It's been about a year or so. So now we gotta look forward to the next UFC pay-per-view and see if they can top this shit, because this was good. Peace.